Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Hellboy. So I'm going to start my drawing in the center of my page with the eye. So let's start on the left side with the upper eyelid. We're going to start on the outside and curve in and then down. Starting on the outside, let's go in and pull our pen down. We're going to leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right side. So let's line up the inside of the eye, curve up, and then out. Now from the inside, we want to curve up the frown line. So from the left side, we're going to curve in and then just pull that up. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now let's go in and tuck the eyes in underneath the eyelid. So it's almost like a half circle. On the outside, I want to step in to create a little overlap. We'll curve down towards the bottom of the eye and pull that in towards the corner of the frown line. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Now I want to add a thick ridge of black across the bottom edge of the eye. So on the left side, we're going to step in and just taper down towards the bottom and then just blend that out. Do the same thing on the right. And we can go in and fill that area in black. On the inner edge of the eye, I want to add a little eye bag. So right inside, I'm going to curve down and then out. Let's move in between the eyes and draw on the nose. So we start in the center here with a point. From this point, I'm going to angle up towards the left and then up towards the right. Now I'm going to angle down on either side to the bottom edge of the nostril. Now we're going to curve around, almost like a bracket on either side. And then up in the middle here, I'm going to add a little curve for the bridge of the nose. Now we're going to move down and draw in a wide mouth. So directly below the left eye, we start out here, I'm going to curve up in the middle and then down on the right side directly below the right eye. Now I'm going to expose some teeth on the side here. So from the bottom corner on the left, I'm going to curve out and then just pull that up. Now from here I'm going to curve across and then down just over the center point towards the right. Curving across and then down. Now I'm going to expose some teeth here. So about halfway down this curve, I'm going to go straight across with a short line. Now we're going to cross it like a T. And we're going to fill the bottom corner area in black. In the center, directly below the mouth, I'm going to draw a curve for the lower lip. Starting from the left, we're going to curve down and then back up. Now I'm going to tuck the goatee underneath the lower lip. So on the left side, I'm going to step in, curve out, and I'm going to pull that back in. On the right, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So stepping in, curve out, and then back in. Draw two short angled lines coming in. Now from here I'm going to curve down towards the lower center point. Curving down and in. Now let's draw on the side of the head. We're going to step out towards the left. I want to curve out and then down towards the jaw. Starting on the left, we're going to curve out and then just pull that down. We're going to do the same thing on the right. So lining up the top, right beside the eye, we're going to curve out and pull that down to the same height. Now we're going to curve this up and then in behind the goatee. So from the left, we're going to go across and then pull it down. Doing the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to add the inside edge of the sideburn. So on the side here, we're going to curve down and in towards the mouth. Now from here, I want to curve down towards this line on the inside, curving down and just blending that in. Do the same thing on the right. So lining up the top, curve down and in towards the mouth. Now we're going to curve and blend in with the bottom of the chin. Let's tuck the ears on the side here. So from the top of the line, we're going to go up, round out the ear, and then curve it back in. Then we're going to add a little hook in the inside for the inner ear detail. Starting from the left, we'll curve down and in. Same thing on the right. Now I'm going to add a little curve in the opposite direction. So stepping out, almost like drawing a C. Now let's move up above the eyes and draw two large circles for the sawed-off horns. So directly above the left eye, we're going to start up here. We're going to draw a large circle, going around, make our way back up towards the top. I'm going to leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So lining up the top, curving in, running up the bottom, and then back up towards the top. I want to give these horns a little bit of thickness on the inside and bottom edge. So we're going to start on the left side, curving down, just tapering in, and we'll taper back out along the top. We're going to do the same thing on the right. So starting from the top, we'll taper this line so it's thicker along the inside edge and blend it out on the outside. From the top of the cheeks, we're going to curve out again and then in behind the circles. So let's start on the left, we're going to go out and just pull that in. Do the same thing on the right, going out, pulling that in. Now at the top here, I want to draw in the center of the top of the head. So from left to right, we're just going to curve across. Let's add some hair on the side of the head here. So on top of the cheek, we're going to curve around the eye and in, and then draw a straight angled line going out. Do the same thing on the right, curving around the eye, pulling that in, then straight out towards the side. I want to accentuate the brow line a little bit in the center here. So on the left side, I'm just going to draw a curve coming in, and on the right, we're going to draw a slightly smaller one. Alright, so now that we got the head, let's work our way down the body. I'm going to start with the inside edge of the coat. So on the left side of the goatee, we're going to step out, curving out, and then down towards the bottom of the coat. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Stepping over from the goatee, curve out, and pull the pen down to the same height. Now we're going to move up and draw on the outer edge of the collar. So about halfway down this line, start on the left side, we're going to curve up and then out. We'll line up the bottom on the right, curving up and then out. We're going to curve this back in, leaving a little space on the inside. So curving in. Now we're going to curve this back out underneath the head. Let's go up and then out. I'm going to draw on the bottom part of the coat. So from the left side, I want to curve up and out towards the left with a short curve. Now this is going to get tucked in underneath the collar, so we're going to taper this in. Starting on the left, we're going to come up and we're going to just start to pull it inwards. Let's add a couple buttons on the left side here. So one at the top, we're going to draw a circle, step down, and draw one more. From the bottom of each collar, I'm going to draw a curve from left to right, coming down in the middle, and then back up. This is the top edge of the belt. Now halfway up in this area, I'm going to draw a curve from left to right, leaving a space on either side. And then from the bottom of the goatee, I'm going to draw a short line coming down for the chest. Now let's add some detail to the belt. Just below this line, I'm going to step down and draw in a circle. On either side of the circle, we're going to draw a straight line coming down. Now we're going to pull these in with a straight line towards the center point. Now from here, we're going to step up and just curve out underneath the coat for the bottom edge of the belt. On either side of this point, we're going to step out towards the left, draw a short line coming down, do one on the right side, and we'll close it off with a straight line across the bottom. Now let's draw the inside part of the leg. On the bottom left corner here, we're going to curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right side. And then we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. So from the left side, we're going to curve down and then back up towards the left. Same thing on the right. Now I'm going to draw in the open toe of the shoe. So starting on the left side, we're going to curve up towards the top and then pull that down. Do the same thing on the right, going up and pulling that down. I'm going to split off the toe. So at the top of this curve, I'm going to taper it down towards the bottom. Now on the left side, I want to add a strap that comes over the foot. So at the top of the foot here, we're going to curve across and taper it down. Do the same thing on the right, tapering it out and then down. I'm going to add a little button on the bottom here, so a little circle on the left and then the right. Now that we've drawn the foot, I can draw on the outside of the leg. So let's start at the top of the foot here. We're going to curve up underneath the coat. So going out and then pulling that up. From the top of the foot, I'm going to step up and draw the edge of the boot. Starting on the left, we're going to curve down and then back up on the inside. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to step down again and just follow that same curve going across. Now from the boot, we're going to step up and draw another curve from left to right for the edge of the shorts. And I'm just going to give him a little bit of a kneecap on the outside of the leg. So on the left side here, we're just going to draw a little curve. Do the same thing on the right. I'm going to add some trim across the bottom of the shorts. So we're going to step up and then follow that same curve going across. Let's add a pouch on the right side here. So underneath the belt, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down. And we're going to curve down and across underneath the coat. Now from this corner, we're going to curve down and then back up, add a button along the flap. Now let's draw the larger one on the left side here. So we're going to step out, draw a straight line coming all the way down, curving across. Now from the top right corner, I'm going to curve down, then in behind the coat, we'll add a little button on the top here. Now let's move back up and draw on the arm. So the left arm is going to have hanging down. So I'm going to start just underneath the collar, right down here. I'm going to draw a short curve coming down and out. I want to overlap the large forearm on top. So from here, I'm going to step in, I'm going to curve up, and then out. Let's go back to the inside. From here, I'm going to curve down and out. Now from here, I'm going to draw a half circle for the thumb. At the end of the thumb, I'm going to draw a bracket. And then at the bottom of the thumb, I'm going to swirl around the bracket with a large finger. Now we're going to come down again, do another curve going up for the second finger. Now the third finger is going to go all the way around towards the top of the forearm. Go out, and we just pull that in. Let's draw a little separation line at the top of the forearm. So we step down, we're going to follow that same curve. From the outside, we're going to curve up and then down. Now the upper part of the arm is going to get tucked in behind the forearm. So from this corner, we're going to step in, curve up, and then in behind the collar. I'm going to add the sleeve cuff on the outside. We're going to curve over and then down. Now on the right side, I'm going to have him holding a pistol. So we're going to line up the upper part of the arm on the right side. We're going to curve down and out. Now from here, I'm going to draw a straight line going in towards the wrist, going up and out. Let's draw on the thumb. From here, I'm going to swirl up, come down. I'm going to pull this up about halfway along that curve. And then from here, I'm going to draw a curve coming down for the palm. Now, on the side of the thumb, we're going to draw an oval for the first trigger finger. So starting beside the thumb, we're going to go around and then pull that back in. Now, we're going to tuck the other fingers in behind. So about halfway along this finger, we're going to go out, down, then in behind the thumb. We'll do that one more time. Out, down, and then in. Now let's draw the gun in behind the hand. So on top of the thumb here, I'm going to draw an angled line coming in. We're going to curve it out and then up. Now take this point and draw a straight angled line going across towards the tip of the gun. Now we're going to step down on top of this finger. We're going to follow that same angle going out. And I'm going to connect these 2 points with an oval, coming down towards the bottom and circling back up towards the top. I want to draw the trigger right here beside this finger. So we step out, follow the curve of the finger, going out, and then in. We're going to draw the little hammer of the gun here. So from the top, we're going to step down, curving up, and then we'll pull it back down by tapering it down like this. Up here, we're going to draw a curve from top to bottom, going across. Now directly below the fingers, we're going to draw on the handle. So on the left side of this finger, draw a short line coming down, and then on the right side, draw a straight line, and then we'll close off the bottom with a straight line. Now the bottom of the palm is going to come from behind the gun up and towards the wrist. So right here, we're going to curve around and pull that up. We're going to step back down to create an overlap, curving down and in, and then right here, we're going to go up with a curve in behind the body. From the wrist, we're going to step in and draw a curve from top to bottom, going in, then back out for the edge of the glove. Now from the top of the elbow to the bottom, we're going to draw another curve, going in, and down. We're going to draw a trim. So we're going to step in, curving across. Now let's move to the left side and draw the tail coming from behind the body and up. So we start beside the coat, and come down, around the hand, going up, and then we'll pull it out. Now from the tip, I just want to taper this back in behind the leg. So we're going to start off thin, and then increase the space and gap in between as we come up behind the leg. One final thing I'm going to do is add some stomach muscles in here. So from the center, I'm going to curve down and then over towards the left. We're going to step down and draw that again, curving down and then over. Now on the right, we're going to draw two short little curves. So stepping out, curving out, step down and draw that one more time. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Hellboy. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.